Hi, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Higher Self Activation Week. I'm so excited about this because it what it's truly about is remembering who you are, who you are. So we're going to explore your connection with your higher self, your divine, eternal, wise self. And I promise once you tap in, your life will never be the same. It's truly a life-changing experience when you can truly connect with your higher self. So what is it? What is your higher self? We hear this you know these things with these words out there, and sometimes we don't know what they mean. We kind of assume we know what they mean, but sometimes we don't know what they mean. When if you find yourself that you hear some words out there and you don't really know what they mean, ask me. I'll be happy to explain. Okay, don't go down the TikTok rabbit hole. I always tell that to my students. I mean, you can do it, of course. You can do whatever you want to do, but ask me because I rather tell you what it is and then you can go down the rabbit hole, right? I don't want you to get the wrong ideas. Anyhow, yeah, because no, everybody can put themselves in front of a camera and say whatever, right? So I want to tell you, I'm going to be the mom and tell you. All right. So what is the higher self? So your higher self is the purest, wisest version of you. Okay. Is you in spirit form. Okay. It's your soul. It's always it your higher self always sees the big picture along with your spirit guides, right? And with source, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. It can see everything. So your higher self is with you from the get-go, okay? So you have your same higher self in every incarnation that you have. You have a different body, you have a different form, you have a different role, but your higher self maintains the same. It's the same throughout, okay? So that's why your higher self has so much more information about you and knows you so much better than you can even know yourself because it's been with you through all of these lifetimes as different even species, humans and non-human. Um, so and all that gets imprinted into your soul, and your cells carry memories. That's why sometimes we feel pain when we haven't hurt ourselves, but then we realize that in a past life we got hurt in that part of the body that we feel pain, or we feel trauma, like the child of one of my students that is terrified of fire, but he's never had a bad experience with fire in this incarnation, but probably in a past one he did. So the bodies keep a score, right? The cells remember, and your soul remembers. So that's your higher self. It's not outside of you, okay? We tend to think, and it's easier, like I tell people, your higher self is like above you because your higher self, it's like sitting in your crown, okay? But it's part of you. It's not outside of you. It's like God, right? Or source. It's we're all connected. All right. So it's it's your essence, okay? Uh it's loving, it's courageous, it's infinite, it's beyond fear, it's beyond doubt, it's beyond human limitations. All right? That's your higher self. Now, how does your higher self communicate with you? Well, your higher self has different ways of communicating with you, but the main way to communicate with you is through your intuition. And where is our intuition? Our intuition is in our nervous system, right? So in your five senses. So it gives you messages through visions, or through hearing, or to smell, taste, and feelings, okay? And knowing, right? The crown. Those downloads, those things that you already, oh, all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay. You get these bright ideas, or you just get this knowing that you didn't know 5 minutes ago. My very first download that I can remember very, very, very clearly. I was taking a walk. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. Because I used to go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I used to walk before going to work. And I was with my dog, just walking. And all of a sudden, I knew I had to align my chakras. I didn't really know what the chakras were. I mean, I had an idea that they were energy centers, but I couldn't name them. I didn't know how many they were. I just knew I needed to clear them and align them. Okay. And it was like that. All of us, I remember even stopping. Oh, okay, I need to do this. And I even got a schedule. It was October. It was early October because I knew I needed to start on October 10, 10, 10, and then 11, 11, and then 12, 12. So each one, I was giving myself like a month. Crazy, right? Anyhow, so your higher self communicates through your intuition, through your gut feelings, some people say, right? Is that inner knowing. But there's also other ways that your higher self talk to you. For example, through dreams, right? You get this knowing or this premonition, or and that's your higher self talking to you, okay? Through your dreams. Also synchronicities, okay? Repetitive signs, angel numbers, when you look and it's always 10 10, or it's always 11 11, or it's always 1 11. It's like, what? Yeah. Yeah. I wake up every morning at 3:13. Every morning. Every morning. Or 3:33. One of the two. But mostly 3:13. I wake up, grab my phone, tap it, 3:13. I'm like, of course it is. Because why not? Right? So repetitive signs, when you are always finding coins or always finding feathers, well, there shouldn't be. I mean, if you're at a park with a lot of birds, you're gonna find feathers. But if you find a coin inside of your shoe that you used yesterday, and there wasn't a coin there because you would have felt it, that's a sign. Okay, that's a sign. Um, Also through your emotions. If you encounter a new situation, a new person, and all of a sudden you feel this excitement, or that, yes, that you feel a certain kind of way, right? Very strongly, and you're like, I, I why is this happening to me? That's your higher self. That's your intuition talking to you, okay? So if you've ever made a decision that you couldn't explain logically, but it turns out perfectly because you follow it, that's your higher self guiding you, or your guides, or your intuition. We call it different things, but that's spirit. That's spirit talking to you. Okay. All right. Now there's also blockers to this connection? Because of course there are. The biggest blocker is ourselves. We get in our own way for sure, all the time. Me too. Ego chatter. Okay. Ego chatter. Usually in a negative way. Okay. Um, Fear. But what if I fail? Well, what if you don't? You need to try. Unless you try, you're not going to know if you're going to fail or not, right? Second guessing yourself. Negativity, all kinds of negativity. Overthinking, overthinking, overthinking. Yes, we get in our own way. Don't overcomplicate things. Just go with it. Just go with it, okay? Rushing. Having to make a decision and not take a second to think about it. Rushing, which is different than fear and overthinking. It's not being reactive, it's being active, okay? It's a big difference. If a guy is texting you and you're waiting for his text and he texts you, you want to text rapidly to not to lose the connection, and then you say a dumb thing. Yeah, you rushed. Just 1 second. It's not about what should I say? Should I this? Should I that? No, go with the flow. Go with the flow. That is overthinking. What I'm telling you is not to rush, to be active, no reactive. Okay. There are times in our life that we need to react. If we see that our kid is going to touch the hot stove, you need to react quickly. You're not going to stop 1 second and take a breath. Right. You want to go with the flow of life. You want to be active, not reactive most of the times. Okay. When there's an emergency, you definitely want to react very quickly. All right. Emotional baggage. That's why I always bring up shadow work. Shadow work is important because emotional baggage is going to impact everything. And I talked about this, I think, in last week video, Friday. I don't remember. That or Monday, one of the days. When we have trauma in our head, okay, and we haven't resolved it, we haven't deal with it, it's gonna impact. It's gonna impact the way you react to the world. It's gonna impact the way you see the world. It's gonna impact the things that come out of your mouth. It's the color glasses that you have on. Trauma is having a color. If you put on yellow color lenses on your face, everything you see, you're gonna see it yellow with a yellow tint. Trauma is those glasses. Everything is going to be through that filter. Okay. Very important. Very important. Uncomfortable? Absolutely. Worth it? 100%. 100%. Okay. All right. So those are the blockers to the connection to your higher self. Now, what are the benefits? What are the benefits of a strong connection with your higher self? Plenty. You're going to feel more at ease. You're going to have more peace. Absolutely. Less stress. Why? Because if you have a straight connection with your higher self can see everything. Things that we can't see, our higher selves can see, right? So if you need guidance and you have that connection, you can ask for guidance. You know where you're going. For sure, 100%. Less stress, right? Less stress. clear decision making, clear decision making. It's going to be so clear because we have the inside information. It's awesome. Faster manifestation. Why faster manifestation? Because we are aligned. We are aligned. Because your higher self is not going to taunt you. Your higher self is not going to misguide you. Your higher self is going to give it to you as it is. Okay? So when you have clear goals and you have asked your higher self, you have asked your guides, you have asked the universe to guide you with clear goals, they're going to tell you what steps to make. Boom. We are aligned, easy manifestation. And then there's going to be a deeper sense of meaning. And you're going to have this incredible spiritual fulfillment. Not that that is going to vary from day to day. Not necessarily day to day, but sometimes life kind of lives, right? You know, there's stuff that happens that impacts us. And when that happens, we need to take care of life, okay? But for most of the time, we're going to be really aligned. We're going to see things that other people can't see because of that alignment. We're going to be able to manifest. We're going to able to have clear decision making, and it's going to feel so good. So good because you're connected to source. You're connected to your soul. You're connected to your higher self. Okay? So imagine that. Imagine walking through life knowing that you're not lost ever, never alone, always supported. That's the gift of the higher self connection. That's it. That's it. It's wonderful. So this week, we're going to continue to explore how to recognize your higher self voice, build your daily relationship with it, clear the static, the noise, everything that blocks your connection. So I'm going to invite you to show up with openness and curiosity and love because your higher self is always ready to meet you halfway. Always, always. It's always there, always there. So stay tuned for tomorrow's post where we'll uncover the signs your higher self is already guiding you. See you tomorrow.